coming up on At Your Leisure.
Hi, I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Maria Rossi Booth.
Join Rhea and I as we witness an invasion, the UTV invasion at the St. Anthony Sand Dunes.
I'm Will Oxley, and if you want to learn the basics of wheeling, we have a solution for you.
And I'm Rhys Stein. Coming up, the amazing wildlife preserve of the Serengeti in East Africa with lots of lions.
Check out those bad boys, huh?
Well, yeah, I want to check it out, but he's got to get out of the driver's seat first.
Yeah, we're going to.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to At Your Leisure. I'm Chad Booth.
And I'm Maria Rossi Booth, and we're out here at the St. Anthony UTV Invasion in St. Anthony, Idaho, and what a spectacle.
Yeah, we are at the Sand Dunes out here, which is a big BLM recreation area, and we've just got stuff happening all around us. We've got all kinds of UTVs. We're here with our friends from ADSSS, and doesn't matter whether you're a Can-Am guy or a Polaris guy, ADSSS can take you down either path you want to go.
Yeah.
They're sponsors of this event.
They are every year, and boy, you know what? They stay and they play. I love seeing them out here.
That's true. We're going to commandeer one of these and take off for a ride, but right now, it's time for us to find out a little bit about the UTV Invasion.
So we're here up at St. Anthony Sand Dunes at the UTV Invasion, one of the bigger side-by-side gatherings in the western United States. It's just a great time for everybody to come, meet new people, meet new vendors. There's some competitions they have going on, teeter-totter, fun stuff, lots of food, a lot of good family time, tons of camping. Us as a dealer, we come out and we offer kind of rider support. So if you burn a belt or break an axle, we have parts in the trailer, we have techs on site, we can hook up to the computer, and we have clothing and fun stuff just to buy while you're here.
There's definitely some very cool builds with the Razors and Mavericks going around. It's definitely a unique event because it's strictly just side-by-sides. Everybody comes out, everybody puts in a helping hand to make sure everybody gets taken care of and looks out for everybody. You meet everyone from every walk of life. You get out there and it's just kind of like a sense of freedom, and to some points you kind of do feel a little invincible in the machine, but you kind of get those little moments that scare you, that make you step back and like, okay, I need to tone it down a little.
What we like the most is having the really good family time. We've got a machine where we can fit all three of us. We go out, we sit together, we talk, and just have fun together, where most of the time it's just work, work, work. At least we have a little bit of time to go out and hang out together.
Come out and just enjoy the crowds, enjoy the good food, and have a good time.
Woo!
She's a nervous wreck.
I need to be driving this thing.
It's a control thing, honestly.
Oh my gosh, this Can-Am Maverick is way too much fun.
I tell you what, our friends at ADSSS have really, I mean, we didn't even really have to hijack it too hard.
Yeah, we didn't
He gave
need
it
a
up
gun.
without a gun. It was good. Anyway, we're going to have a lot more fun with the machines. We've got more to tell you about the dunes themselves. There are a lot of things that you may not know other than just the St. Anthony Dunes. Right now, it's time for us to go to a travel adventure.
Many people learn off-roading skills from friends or family. However, if you have a machine but no mentor, then you couldn't ask for a better classroom than Sand Hollow. This is where Sand Hollow 4x4 wants to teach people new to the sport how to wheel properly.
The passion of my wife and I is basically to bring people out to the mountain and teach them how to use their off-road vehicle, regardless whether it's Jeep, Ford, Toyota. I mean, if it has four-wheel drive and it's meant for the off-road, that's what we're doing. And we have a course that we take you through so you learn tips, tricks, and trail techniques well above one-on-one class.
We've seen so many really heart-wrenching things happen where people get hurt or they roll their vehicles or they break them when it's just unnecessary. So that's our passion. We want people to be able to come out here and be safe. And on top of that, we want people to tread lightly and use the principles of keeping these trails open for years to come.
I've been out here 2 different times, and it was such an awesome area. I mean, Sand Hollow, the sand, you got the rock crawling. It was just this incredible place. So I wanted to come out, get to know the area better. I'll improve my skills, become a little bit more self-sufficient out here, be able to pick better lines. Anyway, it just looked like a fun class, and it has been.
It's just fun to get out into nature and test your rig and see the beauty. Anybody who wants to learn, even beginners to people who have been wheeling a lot, you know, there's always something you can either learn or maybe you've forgotten, but it's good to test and try and practice, so it's a good setting for that.
We want you to be able to keep up with your friends. That's the whole point of our classes, to be able to go out and feel comfortable. And I've helped guide my whole life, and I just naturally teach people as I'm guiding. So that kind of became a passion of ours, and I just enjoyed kind of teach them what to do.
Well, we began with a little bit of the nuts and bolts of how to prepare yourself to go out and be on the trail. Things from first aid kits to tire repair and things like that. The second part of the class is actually out here driving and picking some lines, and how far off camber you could go to feel comfortable, what your rig is capable of as far as climbing as well as descending. And these rigs are so much more capable than I think most people realize, including myself. I'm surprised every time I go out how much fun they are and how capable they are of climbing over things I never would have thought a vehicle could climb over.
From airing down tires to the proper use of sway bars, Crystal and TJ cover everything they can, all the while pointing out major and minor considerations to be aware of.
We start with the 101 principles, but we go deeper into things that we have only learned being out in the hills that have worked for not just us, but multiple different vehicles. So all these techniques that we teach are very versatile for every type of vehicle that you might have for off-road.
We try to get you to where you know the capability of your vehicle. You can build it from there. Right. Obviously, everyone, when they get into the sport, they might start with something stock, and down the road you've put tens of thousands of dollars into it, and you grow with your rig as you go.
I think sometimes when you can do something that takes some of your concentration and focus, it makes you forget about everything else that's going on in your life just for a short period of time. And it's like a reset that's just nice. Whether you're out in the mountains or you're somewhere like this in the Red Rock, it's nice just to get back out into nature and breathe in the fresh air.
Yeah, it was really fun. Good to learn some new things, reiterate old things that you should know. It's always nice to come out in a class setting. It's safer, and you can test your rig in a safer environment. You learn something new every time you come out.
You can go to www.sandhollow4x4.co. That's C-O.
We also do ride-alongs if you don't have your own vehicle, which is a blast. We take you on a sunset tour, and we cruise you up the mountain right before the sun goes down and take you back down. So if you don't have your own vehicle, you also can ride along in ours and enjoy this beautiful country.
Where do you start your day when there are endless opportunities to explore? In Ridgefield, we'll set you on the right track with the Paiute ATV Trail right on our doorstep. Head into the Tusher Mountains and taste the crisp mountain air. Explore desert landscapes that echo voices from the past. Ridgefield, the heart of Utah Trail Country.
Join us on AYL 24/7 with early access to commercial-free episodes, detailed trip itineraries, a look behind the scenes, group discussions and forums, profile and account customization, individual segments, and a nostalgic trip to classic episodes. We want our viewers to get the show they want to see when they want to see it. It's all the viewing you've grown to love and more. Sign up now at AYLTV.com.
Before you pack the car,
before you plan the route,
Make sure your vacation
be the one you always dreamed of.
With a pre-trip visit to Tunex.
Locally owned,
regionally connected.
Tunex can get you on the road
and keep you there.
No matter where you travel in Utah.
From timing belts to oil changes,
transmission service or new brakes,
a towing upgrade or even a tune-up.
We have the certified technicians
to do the job right. There's a Tunex near you.
Find it at tunex.com.
Sometimes to recharge, you need to unplug. In Tikaboo, Utah, you'll find a landscape that will give you more energy than you ever thought possible. Escape the heat in the Henry Mountains, where history, off-road adventure, and bison herds meet. It's time to unplug and recharge. Tikaboo, Utah.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. My name's Anthony Lujan with Smoke Ain't No Joke Barbecue Competition Team. Today we're going to be cooking a pork shoulder for the Hawaiian luau. Let's get this started. All right, well, we got his pork shoulder here, AKA Boston butt. What we're mostly going to do is we're going to take a look at it and just trim off anything that's kind of just like hanging out there looking kind of weird. When it comes to this style of pork cooking that we're doing, we're not going to take too much off it. We just mostly want to get rid of all the fat content that won't render down. Removing that just helps the cook, makes everything a lot smoother, helps that smoke penetrate the meat, get that good smoky rich flavor. And that's pretty much it. There's not too much to getting a pork butt ready for the smoker. So when we apply the rub, with this style of cooking, this Hawaiian style, we're not going to coat it quite that heavy. We're just going to get it all rubbed down, make it look all red. You don't want little mounds of rub because that will char and it'll also give a bad flavor. So just lay it all nice and thin. This one looks like it's ready for the smoker, and we'll get a couple more going here. All right, we're gonna take this out here and put this on the grill. Look at that color, that rub. What we're gonna do is put it right here on the middle of the grill. The Traeger, we're gonna actually put a heat probe in it. And we're gonna cook that to 165 degrees, and then we're gonna wrap it in some aluminum foil with some juices and finish it off. Alrighty, now our pork has came up to temperature of 165 degrees. What I got here is just a bunch of brown sugar, some of the pork rub. I'm just gonna pour the pork rub right into the brown sugar. We're gonna get that all mixed up. We're gonna take some of the brown sugar, sprinkle it all over the top there. And don't be shy with this. We're gonna take just some, like 3 cubes of butter, and just stick them right on the top as well. We're gonna wrap it back up. And then we're gonna take it, you'll stick it back on the grill. Get a heat probe in there, and we're cooking to 195 degrees, and it will be done. All right, guys, our pork's been cooking all day long. We pulled it off the smoker, let it rest for a couple hours. Now we're ready to just pull it apart. We'll get it pulled apart here. Shreds just nicely with your hands. I recommend wearing rubber gloves with some heat gloves underneath it just to do this part, but it's pulling great. Let's give it a shot here. That pork's worth cooking all day long. We'll be right back with At Your Leisure.
Stedman's. Ride hard, play hard.
Sometimes you just gotta play dirty, and dirt has been the Stedman's family playground for 50 years. Come jump on or into your new side-by-side, ATV or dirt bike, and make your own trail with Stedman's in Tooele, your dealer for sales, service, and accessories. Looking for road bikes or e-bikes? We have those too. Go online or come in today and see the Stedman's family and check out their incredible line from only the best: Yamaha, Honda, Polaris, and Beta.
You might think it's 300 miles out here, but remember, it's only 30 miles back.
At Your Leisure has a long-standing reputation and a large, loyal audience of adventurers in the outdoors. Although we're excited to continue to grow and enjoy the shared success of our longtime sponsors, we have space for more. And if you have a brand that would benefit from the 2 decades of goodwill that we've built, contact us at ayltv.com and let us amplify your voice above the competition.
When you're ready for adventure, fuel your machine with Clear 91. Fuel for performance, fuel for adventure, and fuel for the long haul. Ethanol-free, 91 octane. Fill up with Clear 91. Only available at Eagles Landing. With you for the long haul.
Where is Aurora, Utah? That's a good question. But here's a better one. Why should Aurora, Utah be your next destination? Some people will ask, where can I go on my next adventure? A better question is, how far can I go on my next adventure? In Aurora, the answer is as far as your gas tank will take you. Aurora, Fall 570 in the heart of central Utah. Aurora, Utah, where the good old days are brand new.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. We are at the UTV Invasion. You can see the invasion is well underway.
This is my kind of invasion.
That's right. The Can-Am is one of the vendors here, and they're actually letting people go out and take rides on their new Maverick X3s. They have a whole bunch of them, 2-seaters, 4-seaters, and they take you out and they let you experience what these machines are like on the dunes. There are a lot more to discover. They've got concerts going on up here during the day, a lot of fun stuff. But this only happens 1 week a year.
Yeah, I know. That's why you got to get your reservations ahead of time or you'll never get a campsite.
However, the dunes are here 365 days a year.
St. Anthony Sand Dunes actually represent one of the largest complexes and the biggest dunes in the continental United States. We've been riding in a lot of areas, we've ridden at all the areas in the country, and most people that come to St. Anthony, they all will agree that these are the biggest sand dunes in the country to ride in. So they're definitely the tallest in stature, and we have a huge riding area that's equivalent to anywhere else in the country.
Every single time I get out there, it's just a unique experience. Flying in the air, you get the butterflies in your stomach, thrill of the horsepower. It's a very unique kind of terrain, totally different than dirt. Allows you to carve your own lines and basically blaze your own trail where you couldn't do that in dirt. The hills are just amazing. They move, the sand dunes have a life of their own.
And that's one of the biggest draws to the sand dunes is you're making your own trail, you're making your own path. So you do need to be careful because there is no designated path in the dunes, but that's part of the fun of it. You're really making it up as you go. And Idaho Dunes RV is a destination-based campground specifically designed to accommodate the sand duners that are here to visit the St. Anthony Sand Dunes. We're 50 acres. We have 56 hookups, campsites, and about 35 acres of dry camping available to accommodate guests that are interested in dry camping.
We own the road that goes to the dunes, and it's the only dirt road like this with direct access to the dunes. All the other places have paved roads. There's no question you will forget about your regular life when you're out there in those sand dunes. It's a great escape. It's fun. You meet people. It's like a big family out here.
These dunes are absolutely beautiful. There's just so much to explore out there. I really want to get out there again.
Yeah, one of my first trips out here as an adult was with Rocky Mountain ATV MC. Ray Butts and a crew came up here to go dirt biking. I tagged along with him.
Is that when they thrashed your camera lens?
Oh, they don't even know about that. Be quiet, be quiet. Anyway, they're proud sponsors, and we're proud to be associated with them of our Trailhead Adventures. They help us bring these interesting stories of the trail to you each week. Here's Reese Stein.
I'm Reese Stein.
And I'm Mary Ann in the incredible Serengeti highlands of Eastern Africa,
where 1 million wildebeest are on the move on a continual circular migration, chasing the rains. And chasing the wildebeest are the big cats. The Serengeti covers 12,000 square miles of grassy plain in northern Tanzania. Here are all the great animals, including the Big Five, lions, Cape buffalo, my personal favorite, rhinos, elephants, of course, and often elusive leopards, along with families of cheetahs, the world's fastest afoot, ponds of hippos, giant giraffes, herds of gentle impala and gazelles, eland, the largest antelope, and the smallest, the shy dik-dik, troops of baboons, nasty hyenas, and dozens of kinds of colorful and unusual birds.
The experience is overwhelming. It starts with seeing giraffes, elephants, and wildebeest, and then all of a sudden every day is a brand new surprise.
To keep from getting eaten or trampled, we are confined to the safari truck. Time after time, our incredible guide and driver Manny is able to outduel the hundreds of other safari vehicles and get us into the perfect position for pictures. Manny spotted this pride of 11 lions hidden in the shade of a riverbed. We had this awe moment to ourselves as other trucks passed on by.
Yesterday was one of our slow days. We only saw a pride of lions with some 3-month-old lion cubs playing with their moms and dads, and you might wanted to cry just looking at it. And that was a slow day. So yeah, the whole trip is amazing. Every day is a life-changing experience.
Alone, the forlorn wildebeest is perhaps the ugliest animal on the plain, but put thousands of them together for the migration, and the Serengeti comes alive with one of its most dramatic events. Some 2 million wildebeest are in a rush to get to greener pastures, but here in the northern Serengeti, they must first cross the Mara River and deal with hungry crocodiles.
They come all the way up to the north, which they cross Mara River, and the Mara River in the Tanzania side, it's where it's getting as wide as you can. So through experience of river crossing, seeing wildebeest attacked by crocodiles, crossing the river, jump from the cliff and get to the other side. So the best migration path is happening here in Serengeti.
The wildebeest linger along the south shore for what seems like an eternity. Then one or maybe a small group dares to cross and the floodgates open. Instinct overcomes fear and caution, and the crossing is on.
It's been an amazing day. We have seen something that I never thought I would see ever, and it's what I hope to see, and here it's happening. It's just so wonderful, and I get to share it with my friends.
I've seen it on YouTube and on TV, but when you're sitting out watching those animals make that attempt, hundreds of those animals all doing it, it just takes your breath away. It's amazing to watch.
Reese Stein with this week's Where To adventure in the Serengeti of Tanzania, Africa.
The first thing you notice is the colors. Blue sky contrasting against red horizon. Blanding, Utah. The world goes on forever out here. There's nothing stopping you. In Blanding, you can ride right from downtown on Recapture Rim Trail, discovering the heritage of the West without limits or boundaries. Don't be held back. Join us in a land of true freedom. Blanding. More to be explored.
Wondering where your next OHV adventure will take you? Outsiders Utah has your answer with downloadable GPS routes, ride times, distance, local amenities, and other details. 360 street views of the trails that let you explore before you go, and more. Eliminate the guesswork and uncertainty and find a trail you'll love. Visit outsidersutah.com and see the trail before you ride the trail.
Jorgensen's Power Sports is your one-stop shop for all of your outdoor adventure needs. We carry a wide variety of ATVs, UTVs, RVs, firearms, outdoor accessories, and much more. Complete with both a service and warranty department. Check us out online at www.jhsport.com or give us a call at 435-896-6408.
Places like the San Rafael Swell are famous for a reason. Endless riding opportunities, history that reaches back millennia, sites you never knew existed. All it needs is one central location where you can easily visit it all. That place is Farron, Utah. Sleep comfortably, dine in, and ride directly from your hotel or campsite. Experience the San Rafael Swell. Experience Farron.
Welcome back to At Your Leisure. You're just in time to enjoy a brat.
Where's the bun?
I'm sure we'll find it.
That looks beautiful.
They are. And after a day of being out in the sand, nothing cleans the sand out of your teeth better than a good bratwurst.
I agree with you.
Well, we have a whole bunch of stuff to do today, but I want to stop for just a second, let you notice something. Do you notice with their tents here? We don't usually travel in tents, and Faria's for years been saying, oh, I can camp in a tent. I love to camp in a tent. And then we go to talk about it and say, well, is there a shower within 50 feet? So.
And a bathroom.
And so I bet her, I said, I'll bet you $50 you can't spend one night up here at this ATV event at the sand dunes in a tent.
And I think you're gonna lose $50.
We'll see. We'll see. Okay, well, we've got a lot going on for our show right now. First off, I think we need to find out who our contest winner is for this week.
Indeed.
This week's contest winner was submitted to us on social media by Justin Miller. And it looks like Justin is the winner of a Clearly Tough windshield. Clearly Tough makes the strongest windshields on the market. Visit clearlytough.com for more details.
And look at that beautiful brat. Wow. Ooh, I'm serious. I'm serious. It looks delicious. But let's take a look at next week's show.
Next week, Scott Huntsman is joining up with the Stedman clan as they take the beautiful journey down Highway 12 and reflect on the many years of great tradition at the Red, White, and Road. Then, I'm showing off another great trail right out of Richfield that's going to be a great ride to catch throughout the fall season. Finally, Joe Davis is showing you the adrenaline of punishment as he visits the Punishment at the Peak Demolition Derby in Tooele Valley.
Next week's show looks great, Chad, but I doubt we're going to get a visual like this one.
No, it feels like Christmas on the hillside.
Yeah.
All right, we're at Thunder Mountain. This is where everybody gathers every night during this event to time themselves up racing the hill. So we got a lot of thank yous. First off, 80SSS, great sponsors out there in New Haven.
Yeah.
They've just really rolled out the red carpet for us, and we didn't even have to bring a machine out. They chauffeured us around, gotten us to the top and bottom of the hill. Adam, Stephanie, they're all great up there.
Really, their machines are incredible. They are beautiful. I mean, like, you just can't believe it when you're riding in it. That machine we were in,
yeah,
the suspension on that
thing. Oh, I know,
thing.
and legroom.
Yeah.
Second thank you, the Idaho Dunes RV Resort. They've really rolled out the red carpet too.
Yeah.
If you're going to come to this event next year, you need to book now because they sell out early. And think about it, a sand event here in Idaho in the cool breeze with 20,000 people. How do you top that?
No, it's fun. Everybody's out here with their families. It's a blast. It's something you've never experienced, really.
You should do it.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to remind you one thing. Even in the pitch of night, there's adventure around every bend.
You got to get out there and create your own adventure.
At your leisure. Let's see if Adam will take us up the hill again. Okay, you ready?